It's been a long Monday, but guess what? Now it's happy hour. Sit back, relax, and unwind with a rewind. Drink with Rick Rewine, only on 100 TV.
Hi, and welcome to the Drink with Rick Rewine. I'm Rick, and this is a showcase of clips and highlights from the Saturday Night Winestream, featuring wine reviews and general off-the-cuff entertainment. In this episode of the Rewind, I open, taste, and review a Tempranillo from Spain. I also pair it with some cheese and cheesecake, and tell you what wines I don't like to drink. So sit back, relax with your favorite libation, and drink with me as we rewind the review of the Museum Reserva 2014 Tempranillo.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to another Saturday Night live stream with me as we open up another bottle of wine, sit back, relax, and enjoy one of our favorite beverages. Just sit around and chat and just have a good time. And tonight we're going to open up a bottle of, this is a really, really interesting wine. This is, let me get a shot of this. This is the Museum Reserva. This is a 2014 Museum Reserva. This is the Baron de Lay Museum Reserva. And this I picked up at the wine store down here in my local area here in Charlotte. This is a very interesting wine, and I like it for a number of reasons. It is a Tempranillo, and I do like some Tempranillos, and this is it's become one of my favorites. I have tried this wine before. I've tried a couple of bottles, but I wanted to open it up tonight and tell you about it and share it with you. Now, this is an interesting wine because I've seen it for sale. Well, I've seen it on sale for online from anywhere from $25 to $50 a bottle. I don't really think it goes for that much, but I picked mine up for $15 a bottle, and I picked up one bottle, and I thought, wow, this is really, really good wine. So I've been buying it. And what's really cool is that it comes in a cool, I've got to show this to you. It comes in a neat box, 6 of them. It comes in a really cool box. It looks like this. And this, Finca Museum Reserva. And what's cool about this is, I don't know. I just think it's kind of classy. The wood in there separates the bottles. It'll take 6 bottles, and if you buy 6 of these, they provide you with the box for free, which is pretty cool. It's a nice. It's kind of a nice showpiece, I guess. It's something to have on the wine bar or next to the wine bar. It's pretty cool. I rather enjoyed this box. So, but that's not why I bought the wine. I didn't just buy the wine for the box, okay? And this box was actually provided to me from Wine Store. It was nice of them to give me one. But I picked this up, and I'm going to open it up, and we're going to try it out. And of course, I did not bring my my glass. I forgot my glass. So if I can put it on pause for just a minute, and I'll be right back with you, and I will go grab a glass. In the meantime, let me show you this really nice picture of this really nice burger, because it goes pretty good with burgers. I will be back momentarily. Okay, I'm back. Get back on this camera here. Yeah, believe it or not, I forgot my glass. I had to run all the way downstairs and grab my glass. First time I've ever done that. But of course, you might say, well, Rick, you don't need a glass. If it's a good wine, all you have to do is just open it up and just drink it straight from the bottle. And I bet everybody would like to see me do that. Maybe one day I will, but not tonight. Tonight, I need a glass because it's been a bit of a day, and I think I just want to sip this and enjoy it rather than just chug it from the bottle. So without any further ado, let's go ahead and open this bottle of Museum Reserva.
For the record, I have not tried chugging it from the bottle to date, nor do I plan to do so in any future wine stream. I may not have a lot of class, but I have enough to use a glass. Now, on to the opening, tasting, and the review.
So, I'm going to use my fancy cutter here. This is the one that my wife Chi provided for me. It was part of a set that she purchased for me. She got it from an estate sale. It's part of this set here with this opener. This is a really cool bottle opener. The way it works, put my little clunch it here and pull it right out. It's a nice, easy, simple way to do the cork. And also, to get the cork out of there, I just go through it again, but just do it in reverse. And there's the cork. Very cool. I love this contraption. It's really cool. I wonder how long it took them to come up with this. Really neat little opener. Anyway, this is the bottle of Museum Reserva. And this is 2014. Oh, let me get you a shot of the rear here. This, according to the bottle, the old Tempranillo wines, some of them more than 100 years old. Poor pebbly soils at more than 700 meters above in the Castilian Plateau. Low yields in a harsh continental climate, with dramatic thermal contrasts between winter and summer, night and day, all contribute in making a museum a unique wine. The hand sorting of the bunches, a careful elaboration in order to preserve the fruit, and as long the wine demands, aging in French oak, result in a wine that is generous in nuances, with hints of cherries, plums, fennel, body, and aftertaste. Matches roasted lamb and suckling pig, as well as red meats, to perfection. And it does recommend that you serve this between 68 and 64 degrees. Now, I did not chill this wine ahead of time. I didn't chill this wine. I could have, but I didn't. In my haste to get up here and get started with the wine stream tonight, I did not take the time to do that, but it will be enjoyable nonetheless, I'm sure. I'm going to pour a little bit of this wine, and we're going to check it for body. Once again, this is a Tempranillo from Spain, 2014. We'll give it a good swirling here. Okay. Okay, well, it's a little more vigorous than that so it can release all of the flavors, so it can smell everything. And let's see what kind of it does have legs, and it is full-bodied. It does have a lot of body to it. I can smell the cherry. It does have notes of cherry, red cherry. Some floral notes to it. I don't smell any fennel, but let's see, maybe it's in the taste. You know what? I do taste fennel. I do. It is actually stronger than I would have expected. Now, once again, I have had this wine before, but it seemed like the fennel wasn't as pronounced the first time I had it as it is this time. Maybe it's because my nose is a little clear tonight, so maybe I can pick it out a little bit more. Definitely taste the fennel in it. Now, if you don't like fennel, then this wine might not be for you, but I would say that it is worth trying. It is definitely worth trying, tasting out. In fact, I'm going to try some more. In fact, I think I'll try a lot more.
I did like the wine. Did it pair well with cheese? What about cheesecake? These were my recommendations.
We're getting some storms here this weekend, so it's pretty stormy. We had some lightning, a little bit of thunder earlier today, and we're supposed to get really, really hammered tomorrow. I know. Looks like I'm getting really, really hammered tonight. Okay, but that's a different kind of hammered. A couple of other things. I do have some cheese here. This wine, this Museum Reserva, this Tempranillo, does go well with cheese, and my lovely wife Chi has supplied me with some Gouda from Trader Joe's, and I can't say necessarily that Gouda would be the best choice for this wine. Maybe something a little smokier. That's just personal taste, of course. I mean, a kind of a smokier cheese might go pretty well with this Tempranillo, but that's just my taste. It might you might prefer a lighter cheese with it. Maybe Gouda's okay. She's also provided me with some turkey pepperoni. I do the turkey pepperoni, and I make it. It's a little bit spicy. I think it'd be fine for the Tempranillo. She's also provided me with an olive tapenade with some crackers, which I will try later. And speaking of cheese, if this goes well with cheese, it would certainly go well with cheesecake. Now, this is something that it's a special cheesecake. She just made this for me. She made this for all of us this evening. She baked that herself. Let me show you a shot of that, if I can pull that up. Here we go. Oh, that's the burger. You've already seen the burger. This is cheesecake. This is a raspberry, I think she said it was a raspberry cheesecake bar. But it's a little bit more than that. It's very, very decorative the way she did it. The raspberries on top, and I think there's some of that that's inside the cheesecake. She just made this tonight, and I'm going to try a little bit of it with the museum. Now, normally I wouldn't drink this with a dessert per se, but it's cheesecake. And I'm going to try a little bit of it just because it looks really good. It's hard to resist. And I love a good cheesecake. The side of the cheesecake, let me show you this. This is what makes it really interesting. I don't know if you can see it from here, but at the bottom, the crust of the cheesecake is Oreo cookie. I'm not really sure where she got the recipe, or if it was a recipe that she came up with, that, or maybe that she sort of modified from an existing recipe. She does that a lot. We're going to try this. Yeah, cheesecake. My wife Chi, her name is actually spelled C-H-I-E, but I'm always teasing her about cheesecake, and it is good. Oh yeah. That's really. I'm going to have to finish this. And I like raspberry, but wow, that is good. It goes great with this.
I've purchased several bottles of the Museum Reserva since this review, and I really enjoyed it every time. Up next, I tell you what wines I don't recommend. These are wines I don't like to drink. There's more to this rewind, so stick around. I gave you my review of a wine I thought was worth drinking. Here are some wines I don't recommend, but you may be stuck with when you're on a tight budget or staying at a hotel. These are wines I don't like. And trust me, I don't think you really want to get stuck drinking them if you have any other choice.
Now, there are some wines. This is the kind of thing that if you're going to go traveling and you really want a good wine, you probably want to bring a bottle with you, because chances are, if you're traveling around, you stop in a hotel for a night, overnight, and you're looking for something to drink back at the hotel, it's not going to be easy to find something like this. I think in most places, I really haven't seen this wine anywhere except Wine Store so far, the one in Blakeney, in the area near where I live. She and I spent a night in Raleigh. We went to Raleigh for overnight for her job, and it was kind of a working trip for her. But we did get to stay, just the two of us, in a hotel overnight in Raleigh. And I was looking for, just by coincidence, there was a Total Wine down the street, but it was 30-degree weather, and we had to walk down there in 30-degree weather to get a bottle of wine. Well, as it turns out, I forgot my corkscrew on this trip, so I didn't have a corkscrew to uncork a bottle of wine. So, of course, I had to go find a bottle of wine that had a screw top so I could unscrew it. Either that or buy another corkscrew, and I was too cheap for that because I already have a drawer full of them here. I was like, well, I'm just going to use it one time and then throw it in the drawer. And it just seemed like such a waste. So I wanted to get some. Well, as it turned out, I didn't want to open a whole bottle of wine in the hotel room if I was the only one drinking it. She doesn't really drink wine that much. And she wasn't planning on drinking any that evening. So I was going to have to get a bottle of wine. And I didn't want to drink an entire bottle of wine that night. I was just too tired, not up to that. And so I said, well, what am I going to do? So, of course, I had to go for these. Yes, I know, Sutter Home. This is, that's... Yeah, Gina says some of the best Aussie wines have screw tops, and that's all they have there. That's true, and I have opened up some really good bottles of wine with screw tops, some of them very good. It's just that I couldn't, the thing is I didn't want to buy a whole bottle of wine this time and not drink the whole bottle, and then we were going to leave the next day, and then, you can't take an open bottle of wine traveling with you, at least not here, not around our area. So I knew I was going to have to, and I didn't want to have to pour the rest of it down the drain or anything like that, or just leave it for the maid. So I had to opt for some of these, the little travel size bottles. They come in a little 4-pack and 4 bottles. And of course, there were only 2 brands of this that they had there. There was the Woodbridge, and I don't have anything against Woodbridge wines. I know a lot of people, a lot of my friends will drink a Woodbridge. It's a table, it's a table wine, but it's not my kind of wine. I don't really care much for it, but I have had it on occasion when Woodbridge is all that was around. Gina says, a Savoia who can't drink a whole bottle of wine. And Penny says, I thought I'd heard wrong. Yeah, I could drink a whole bottle of wine, but I wasn't up to it that night. In fact, I guess I better start working on this one, huh? I don't want to break the Savoia tradition. And it's good wine to drink. But you know what I'm talking about here. Either Woodbridge or Sutter Home. So I had to settle for the Sutter Home. And friends don't let friends drink Sutter home. Really, it's just as simple as that. Unless that's all there is. And you know what? I've been to a number of hotels where you go downstairs and, they don't have a wine bar or anything like that. They just have the fridge where you can buy some little bottles, travel bottles of wine. And it's either Woodbridge or this, and it's usually this is all they have. So if you're going to stay in a hotel overnight and that's all you have to drink, well, it's better than nothing. So, and Gina says you're absolutely right. Well, Gina says friends don't let friends drink terrible wine. Sutter Home, Woodbridge, $2 Chuck. And that's true. See, the thing is, these wines right here are for drinking when there's nothing else to drink and you're in a hotel room, you're stuck in the middle of nowhere and there's nothing else for miles around. And it's 11 o'clock at night and, you're in a dry county or something. And, it's next to dry county and that's, you're kind of stuck. That's what you drink if you want to drink something. It's either that or soda. And I'm not a soda drinker, really. But then there's this. And we all know what this is. Charles Shaw or $2 Chuck. Yes, why do I have a bottle of $2 Chuck? There's an interesting story behind that. No, I'm not going to open it. I would not debase myself to do that tonight. But I did think that it would be, I bought it as a prop. I bought it as a prop for here. So I could, on the show, for those who join the show for the first time, they could say, what is that? And I could say, this is what you don't drink. And, beware. An example of what not to drink. But it's look, it's not the worst wine in the world. I can tell you some of the worst wine. What is that? Oak? Was it Oak Hill? It's I don't remember. It's so bad. But I had that, and that was some of the nasty one. Okay, I'll take it back. Mogan David. Those are all jokes. Those are old jokes. Everybody knows what that is. But this is a 2016, by the way. Can you believe they aged it? Oak Tree. Thank you, Penny. Oak Tree. Yes, that's it. Oh, you've had it before then. You've had that before. Or have you? I've had it before. And that's what it is. Gina says, if anything is worse than $2 Chuck, it's Boone's Farm. Yeah, it is. Boone's Farm's like drinking cough syrup, I would say. But $2 Chuck is like drinking grape juice that's been in the fridge too long. But, and I'm sorry, I'm being cruel. I shouldn't be cruel. There was a time in my life that Penny says, unfortunately, yes, she has had the Oak Tree. So, and maybe I'll get a bottle of that to put on the shelf someday, just to as a reminder of what not to drink. But this is not the worst wine in the world, trust me. But it's not great. There was a time in my life when I couldn't afford to drink wines like this, and I'm hoping that I will never see those days again, because it was a pretty rough time in my life. And this was all I could afford to buy. And you could buy a case of this, and you can literally buy a case of this for about $30. This actually they call it $2 Chuck, but here in North Carolina, especially with the taxes and everything like that, it's really more like $3 Chuck. What they do is they keep it to $2.99. At the Trader Joe's here, they put it at $2.99 a bottle, so they can still call it $2 Chuck. So technically it's really $3 Chuck, but because it's $2.99, they can still call it $2 chuck. The thing about what we're talking about the $2 chuck, the Charles Shaw wines, and they make a Cab, a Merlot, a Chardonnay. They make a red blend. I think they still make a red blend. I know because I've had them all, except I think they made a Pinot at one point. Maybe they still do. I really only drank the reds, but yes, admittedly, I did drink them at one time. And hopefully I'm kind of past that point in my life, but I am going to keep a bottle here. So in future wine streams, we can refer to it and remind everyone the difference between a good bottle of wine and a not so good bottle of wine. Of course, then again, there's the Sutter Home, which is a good thing. This is a small bottle because that was about all I could drink. Well, we're going to put this away, and it'll be our reminder of what not to drink. This is a 2016 Cab, by the way. And, well, you know what? Just for fun, let me see what they say is the alcohol content in here, if they do at all. Alcohol, 12.5% by volume. Okay, well, let's put that away. Enough of that. Anyway, so that right there tells you something.
To be fair, the Charles Shaw wines are drinkable if you can't afford anything else to drink. Just don't expect much from them because, in my opinion, that's about all you're going to get. As I've said before, that's the sort of wine you open when you really, really want some wine and there's nothing else to drink, because that's about all there is with that wine. I think that says it all. In our next episode, we'll review another Tempranillo from Spain, talk about future plans for the wine stream, and why you shouldn't overbuy wines for a social event. I'm Rick. Thanks for watching, and remember, don't drink and drive.